The sun blazed, casting a golden hue over the city. It was July 4th in San Diego, a day that always promised magic and memories. Red, white, and blue adorned every corner, from the smallest storefronts to the grandest buildings. The air crackled with excitement, a palpable energy that everyone could feel. The smell of hot dogs and cotton candy filled the air, mingling with the scent of popcorn and barbecue. Music pulsed from speakers, creating a festive soundtrack. Laughter echoed through the streets, a symphony of joy and celebration. This was more than a holiday. It was a time for the community to come together. It was a celebration of freedom, a cherished tradition that brought everyone closer. Jennifer and Jett Johnson felt the city's energy. They loved this day, the sense of unity it brought. The fireworks reflected in their bright eyes, each burst of color a reminder of the joy and pride they felt. Their father, a decorated Marine, had instilled in them a deep love for their country, a sense of duty and honor. This year, however, a shadow lurked beneath the surface, casting a pall over the festivities. A threat to their beloved city loomed, an unseen danger that threatened to disrupt their peace. The Johnson siblings knew something was wrong. They had intercepted chatter, whispers of a looming cyberattack. Whispers in the dark corners of the internet hinted at an imminent cyberattack. Their blood ran cold at the thought. This wasn't just about fireworks and parades. It was about something much deeper. This was about protecting their city, their home, from a threat that could change everything. They had to act fast to defend the place they loved and ensure the safety of their community. Jennifer and Jett were no ordinary teenagers. They were tech prodigies. Their skills were unmatched. Their fingers danced across keyboards. They spoke the language of computers. Cyberspace was their playground. The whispers they had heard pointed to one man, Anton Virelli, a notorious cybercriminal. He was a ghost, a phantom, known for his intricate hacks and ruthless ambition. Virelli had a score to settle with San Diego, and this was his stage. Fear gnawed at Jennifer's heart, but she wouldn't let it paralyze her. She had a job to do. Jett, ever the calm and collected one, analyzed the data. They needed to find Virelli's target, and they needed to find it fast. The clock was ticking. The San Diego police headquarters buzzed with activity. Sirens wailed in the distance. Officers rushed to and fro. The weight of the day pressed down on everyone. Jennifer and Jett navigated the controlled chaos. They had a meeting. Chief Miller, a grizzled veteran with a heart of gold, greeted them. His face was etched with concern. He had seen a lot, but a cyber attack on this scale was unprecedented. He placed his trust in these young heroes. They were his best shot. Time seemed to slip away with every passing second. Jennifer explained their findings. The target was the city's power grid. Virelli planned to plunge San Diego into darkness. Chaos would ensue. It was a terrifying prospect, but they had a plan, a risky one. They were going to beat Virelli at his own game. Jennifer and Jett set up their command center, a whirlwind of wires, screens, and blinking LEDs. This was their domain, their sanctuary. They worked with a speed and precision that was mesmerizing. They were two parts of a well-oiled machine. Their mission was clear. They needed to intercept Virelli's communication, trace it back to its source, and shut it down. But Virelli was cunning. He used sophisticated encryption, layers upon layers of code. It was like navigating a labyrinth in the dark. Hours melted away. The tension in the room was palpable. Jennifer's fingers flew across the keyboard. Her eyes darted across the screens, scanning lines of code. Jett, calm and methodical, worked on breaking through Virelli's defenses. They were running out of time. The fate of San Diego rested on their shoulders. Jennifer and Jett weren't alone in their fight. They had allies, people who believed in them, people who were willing to put their lives on the line for their city, people like Sarah, their best friend and a coding whiz in her own right. She was their eyes and ears on the outside. Chief Miller and his team worked tirelessly. They secured the city as best they could, prepared for every eventuality. The community rallied, volunteers stood ready, their faces a mix of fear and determination. San Diego was united. The spirit of unity was palpable. It was a testament to the city's resilience. They would not be broken. They would not be cowed. They would stand together. They would face this threat head-on. Jennifer felt a surge of adrenaline as she broke through Virelli's final layer of encryption. It was a thing of beauty, a testament to her skill. But there was no time for celebration. They were inside Virelli's system. It was a digital fortress. But now, they were the invaders. Jett traced the signal. It was coming from a warehouse district, abandoned and desolate, a perfect hideout. Chief Miller dispatched a team. They were closing in, but Virelli was already one step ahead. He knew they were onto him. The air crackled with tension. Jennifer could feel Virelli's presence. He was a phantom, a ghost in the machine. But he was real, and he was dangerous. They had to stop him, before it was too late. The clock was ticking down to the fireworks display. Lines of code scrolled down the screen at a dizzying pace, each line a potential clue or a dead end. Jennifer and Jett worked feverishly, their fingers flying over the keyboards. They had to find the kill switch, the one piece of code that could stop the impending disaster. The code that would stop Virelli's attack, a digital assault designed to cripple the city. But it was like finding a needle in a haystack, buried deep within layers of complex algorithms. Virelli was good, too good. His skills were unmatched, making the task even more daunting. They were running out of time, the countdown ticking away mercilessly. The fireworks display was about to begin, a symbol of celebration and joy. Virelli was going to use the city's celebration against it, turning joy into chaos, plunging San Diego into darkness at the moment of its greatest joy, a cruel twist of fate. It was a cruel plan, meticulously crafted to cause maximum disruption. But they wouldn't let him succeed. They were determined to thwart his plan. Jennifer's heart pounded in her chest, the pressure almost unbearable. She could feel the weight of the city on her shoulders, every keystroke a step closer to salvation or disaster. The hopes and dreams of millions resting on her ability to decipher this code, a responsibility she didn't take lightly. She closed her eyes for a moment, took a deep breath, centering herself amidst the chaos. And then she saw it, a pattern, a glimmer of hope in the sea of code, a flaw in Virelli's perfect code. This was their chance, the breakthrough they desperately needed. Section 8. The clock is ticking. The first firework exploded in the night sky, illuminating the city below. A burst of color against the darkening canvas, each explosion a reminder of the urgency. Jennifer's heart skipped a beat as she watched the display. They were running out of time, but she had it, the kill switch, the key to their survival. It was a long shot, a gamble that could either save them or doom them all. But it was their only hope. She typed furiously, her mind racing against the clock, her fingers a blur of motion, each keystroke a step closer to their goal. The code flowed from her fingertips, a digital lifeline, a stream of ones and zeros that held the fate of San Diego in the balance, every line of code crucial. She could feel the tension in the room. The weight of expectation was almost palpable. Jett watched the clock, his face pale but resolute, knowing the stakes were higher than ever. He had never seen his sister work this fast, this intensely. Her focus was unbreakable, but he never doubted her for a second. She was brilliant, a beacon of hope in their darkest hour, and she was going to save their city. They were so close. The clock was ticking, but so was her determination. Section 9. A city on edge. San Diego held its breath. The streets were filled with people, families, children with eyes full of wonder. They gazed up at the fireworks, unaware of the silent battle being waged for their safety. Chief Miller watched from the command center, his face etched with worry. He could only pray that Jennifer and Jett were successful. The alternative was unthinkable. The city was a tapestry of light and shadow. The fireworks illuminated the night sky, but a darkness lurked at the edges, a sense of foreboding. The threat of Virelli's attack hung over everything. The fate of San Diego hung in the balance. Section 10. Victory at dawn. Jennifer slammed her hand down on the enter key. A wave of relief washed over her. The code was uploaded. It raced through the system. A digital bullet aimed straight at Virelli's heart. For a moment, everything went silent. Then, the lights flickered and stayed on. A cheer erupted from the command center. Chief Miller let out a sigh of relief. They had done it. They had stopped Virelli. San Diego was safe. Jennifer and Jett collapsed back in their chairs, exhausted but exhilarated. They had saved their city, together. Their bond was unbreakable. Section 11. The Spirit of San Diego. The fireworks continued to explode overhead, a dazzling display of color and light. But now, they held a new meaning. They were a celebration of victory, a testament to the spirit of San Diego. The city had faced its darkest hour and emerged stronger, more united. Jennifer and Jett watched the sunrise, the sky ablaze with color. A new day was dawning, a day filled with hope. They had learned a valuable lesson, that even in the darkest of times there is always light. They had faith, they had each other, and they had the unwavering spirit of San Diego. And that was all that mattered.